Well, teachers, this is the continuation of the previous video, the one we were talking about the workbook window, and I just want you to try to do some practice on that video, what you have seen in the previous video. Thank you very much. Let us go and see what happens next. Well, we are still looking at the workbook window, as we have just been told in the introduction message. Now, when we look at this workbook window, we are starting with the scrolling buttons. If we look at those scrolling buttons, this is our Excel. We have scrolling buttons here. These ones can tell us to go right or left, depending on the sheet, depending on how many sheets you prepared in your previous document. This is what I prepared, as you saw in the previous video. We can scroll to go to left or right depending on how many sheets you had created here, and those are the ones which are also shown here in Excel 2013. They are slightly different. The look is different if you compare it with those ones of 2010. Then we also have scroll bars. These ones here. This one you are seeing here. This is called the scroll bar. These ones are the buttons, these ones are the bars. We have this is a scroll bar, and we also have this one on the side here. It is also a scroll bar. In those ones look the same if you look at them in 2010 and 2013. How do we create a new workbook? Creating a new workbook is very simple. For example, here, go to File, go to New, and when you go to New, you will be told what you will choose what you want. If I need a blank workbook, I press on this one blank, and then I press Create. Then it will create a workbook, which this one is labeled Book 2. That is briefly how we create all workbooks, irrespective of whether it is Office 10, Office 2013, it is the same. File, go to New, and then in the New, you will choose which one you want. That is how we can create a new one. How do we open an existing one? To open an existing one, you will go to File, and then you choose Open. After choosing Open, it will give you the Open dialog box. This one, choose where you want or where the document is. If I go to Word here, this document library, there's nothing. If I decided to go to a document there, possibly here in the resource center, I have some Excel sheets here. Even here, if you check, I may have a number of Excel sheets. So if I wanted to open this one, I can press it, then press Open, and it will open. Now this is my workbook. Remember, as I said, if I want to scroll, the scroll bar is here. It has reduced. Let me try to increase it. You can scroll to go that side, or you can scroll to this side to see what is on that side. If I had other sheets that side, I would press these ones, the scroll buttons, they will take me there. Briefly, all this what is being explained here, you can pause the video and then you read through. That is exactly what we are trying to look at. You open the location. I've shown you how we can choose the location. Then this is the dialog box, which shows where the sheets are. I took where the sheets are in the other ones. Then you can choose the one you want. For example, if the one I want to open is among the recent ones, the recently created documents. For example, I'm here. Instead of going to open, I may just come to recent. It will give me a number of all recent Excel documents or workbooks I've created, and even the locations, different locations. So I can even come to the location. For example, if it is here, open that folder, it will show you what is inside. If not so, I can go back in the recent, choose possibly this one. That one is not available, though it is still there in the possibly. I can choose this one. Then now telling me it is also not available. But now for those ones, well, they are not available because they might have been deleted. So for those ones which are available, you'll always find them. You can choose one of the documents, for example, this one. Like this one, that one is, they are also telling me it is not available. Possibly it has already been deleted. Some of them have already been transferred from here to the computer. Possibly, but this one is available. This is the one we had opened last. So that one is available. That's how you can choose which one to open and so forth. What about if I want to pin one of the documents? Then if I want to pin, I'll come back to my document. For example, it is this one. Open here. I can go to recent. If you look here, there are documents which have this. So you'll get one which has the information with the one which you want to pin, and you'll press this button. When I press this button, that means this folder has been pinned there. It will always be the one on top. If it is the document, I can as well pin it here. Or no, I can come recent. I can say I want this one. I can also pin it there. So you're seeing I've pinned the folder. I've also pinned the document. There is always a pin here which you can press. That is how we pin our documents. Now, how do we save your work in compatibility mode, and what does actually compatibility mode mean? Compatibility mode means we are saving it to Office of previous years. So I'll go to Save As, and when I'm choosing here in Excel Workbook, I'll choose the one of previous years, like this one, 97 to 2003 Workbook. If I choose it and then I save possibly book 2, I've saved it. It will read the compatibility mode. If you find it here, if actually I opened it, let me close this one and then reopen it. Open recent documents, book 2. If you see here on top, it is reading compatibility mode because it has been saved in previous version of Office. And then how do we convert a workbook? I can also still convert a workbook to a previous version. For example, this one which is in compatibility mode, you are seeing it's reading compatibility mode. I can come here and then I'll choose convert. When I convert, I'll choose. It is telling me it will convert it to the current format. You will just say okay. Now it will still have book 2, but now this time it no longer has compatibility mode. So it has been converted to the latest Office. If you are using 2013, then it will be converted to Office 2013. If it is 10, then it will be converted to Office 2010. My challenge for this video is create a new blank workbook, open an existing workbook from your computer, possibly the ones you had made earlier, pin a folder to your backstage. From here, that's where our next video will be starting from. Thank you very much for being with us. We meet next time.